Back again. You thought I was done with the Switch 2. No. Like I said, I had to get Max and had to call him up, and here he is. Back again. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, man? Good to see you.
Good to see you again. How's work?
Work, pretty cool. Just got finished cutting some yards, and I saw the Switch 2 Direct, and I wanted to talk to you about it.
Well,
I figured, why not record it?
Exactly. Things like this have to be recorded for documentary purposes. So, what did you think about the Switch 2?
I thought it was a cool presentation. I thought it was really good. There's probably only a handful of things that I remember being like amazing. And the rest were I got a little bit bored, like in the middle.
Oh yeah, I was freaking miserable towards the middle.
But starts off on fire, ends on fire. I liked it a lot. That was good.
Yeah, when I was watching it, I didn't know what to expect. And then they started showing things like the Mario Kart World, and then all the other things that was like special, all the features on it, and like have it being magnetized and everything, and all the other like cool things like that they have on the system. That was like, this isn't just this isn't an update to the Switch. This was a whole brand new thing.
Yep. And
why it took them so long to do all this is crazy. Like something like this should have came out in like 2021.
Yeah.
The Switch generation is the longest generation of Nintendo systems ever. Longer than the Wii, longer than anything else. And then when the Switch 2 came out, when it was announced, it looked fantastic. But
it looks solid.
Oh yeah, it's very slick. Very slick. But the games that they came up with, what do you thought about like a Mario Kart World?
No, what did you think about Mario Kart World?
Me? Dude!
You thought it looked good?
It looked amazing. This should have been, instead of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and everything, that should have been on the Switch.
I agree.
Like,
it's all right. They put out 8 and then 8 Deluxe with a lot of maps. And that's still a solid game. I fire it up every now and then.
Oh yeah.
But the new direction is, let's not go through menus. Let's race. You go to the next track. You're actually driving to the next track or whatever. I don't know. And then you're gonna race the next race, and then drive to the next track. It's huge.
It reminds me of motocross in a way, because you're just going through. You're going through all of these long ass tracks. It reminds me of motocross, because you know how long motocross tracks can be,
right?
And how big and wide and fast they can be. And going on like free roaming, that remind me of ATV Off-Road Fury.
I gotta tell you, the internet's gonna be talking about this game and stuff like that, but they don't know. No one knows how is this gonna work. Like, it's pretty open, but no one knows what the free roaming is like, what each track is gonna be like, how many laps each race is gonna be. If some tracks are gonna be, you start off from point A, you make it all the way,
the way
to point B, and there are no laps on some tracks.
The way it seems like it's gonna be like almost like how Cruising USA was, how you get to checkpoints. Could be like that. Like, it's just a long stretch of road.
Introducing grinding is cool. Bouncing off of walls is really cool.
Oh yeah,
graphics are super good.
I'm so glad that they went with something brand spanking new, because if this was gonna be
a good Direct, man.
Yes, if they would have went with like a Mario Kart 8 style and everything, I've been like, fuck this, forget this crap. But I'm so glad.
You didn't want the same old.
Yes.
And you know what else is cool is there's no number behind it.
Exactly. That's great.
Yeah, like a small detail people probably don't care about, but like, to me that was a big deal.
Very big deal.
It's not Mario Kart 9 or 10. It's Mario Kart World.
Yes, that's great.
This is different.
That is great.
It's cool.
It's very cool, and the character models, and especially with them having new like outfits and everything, they look pretty cool.
Yeah, you probably noticed all kind of details with that.
Oh, I noticed.
I just saw the grinding, bouncing off walls.
Cool. That was something new. Was the grinding? It almost reminded me of like how like the Sonic Adventure games kind of grind on the
graphics are super solid. Yeah, Mario Kart World, easy A.
Easy A. And what do you thought about the Donkey Kong Bonanza?
It ended with Donkey Kong Bonanza. Ended on a high note. That was surprising. I didn't expect that.
I wasn't expecting that either. Like, I kind of thought there might have been like another Mario game, but I'm surprised with Donkey Kong, and his new model looks great.
Yeah,
It looks great.
yeah. I didn't love it at first,
Mhm.
but because of like in the movie he looks different and
Mhm.
stuff like that, I get it, and so I don't have a problem with it.
Mhm.
You know, I like Tropical Freeze model the most, but this one's not too far off of that. He just has more like his eyes are closer.
Mhm.
He has more like a goofiness to him. But did you notice how his he's wearing like the Diddy Kong hat? I know it's not his actual hat, but they want to make him look a little bit like Diddy, and also he has this purple rock on the shoulder.
Yeah, I'm trying.
That's supposed to be like from Tropical Freeze when he carries Cranky,
Mhm.
Dixie, and Diddy, and he's not gonna have those guys in this game. At least we didn't see.
Yeah.
He's gonna have this purple rock or whatever. I think that's pretty cool.
The
And
overall-
smashing through everything.
It reminds me of
It's basically like a Nintendo's version of the Hulk.
pretty much
He smashes everything, dude.
almost like a Nintendo's version of Wreck-It Ralph, especially with the overalls. He's just smashing everything.
Right.
But I think his facial expressions were great. I loved it, and I think that's gonna be like an instant buy.
Oh, for sure. I wonder if that island is supposed to be like that was his, and now the miners are taking it over, and then he has to kick them out. I don't know.
Could be. We'll find out when it comes out.
And dude, I think that comes out in July.
July. That's
So-
it's very close.
Nintendo's been at work, big time.
Big time.
You know, that game looks like it took a long time to make, and it's coming out a month or two after the system launches. That's good,
They kept this stuff on the wraps.
big time.
I love it.
Pros.
Yes, very much. What do you thought of Metroid Prime 4?
Awesome. Surprising. I didn't think it would look that good. I didn't think Nintendo would say, hey, locked in 60 frames at 4K or 120 frames at 1080p or something.
Yeah, it's
I
high.
forgot what-
It's
but-
high.
They're giving you the option. I didn't think they would do that. And it kind of made me eat my words because a few months ago, or maybe a year ago, when Metroid Prime 4 was
Yeah, I remember you
teased,
telling me that.
I said, man, that game looks like it's having trouble, you know? Wrong. It looks really solid.
Kind of makes me
Surprising.
wonder. Kind of makes me wonder how the game was going to look with the other team, because they said that they had another team that was going to work on it, but then something happened, and then they scrapped the whole freaking thing midway, and they went back with Retro Studios.
I think that
Kind of makes me wonder how it was going to
Me
look
too.
like before.
I think that the map and the upgrades and like the overall theme of the game was going to be the same, because Nintendo is like they keep everything nice and tight, but the way it would have ran would probably be it'd probably chug along and might not be as pretty
Probably so.
compared to what it is now.
But it looks really good,
It
and
does.
I'm definitely gonna get it on the Switch 2. I'm not getting on the Switch 1. Absolutely not.
No.
That is a launch title for the Switch 2. Get it on the Switch 2. Not no Switch 1. You're gonna be left in the dust. And
So basically, you could run through the rest. I'll try to chime in, but on those 3 games alone, I'm sold.
oh, definitely.
Really, you could have said Mario Kart is launching with it, and then sometime later this year you'll get Donkey Kong. I'm sold. I'm buying the system just on those.
Just on those. And Metroid Prime as a bonus. It's great.
Yeah,
But they also had ones about the Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it, and
And you still never played Tears of the Kingdom, right? No?
no, and that's another point that we should get to, where it's like now that they're offering the upgrade, I'm getting the upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
10, 20 bucks, whatever it is, I'm buying the upgrade, and it's gonna run smooth and look awesome. It's
Yeah.
gonna be the best way to play it.
You-
So it's good that I waited. It's really good.
It is kind of good that you waited, but at the same time, it's like I played these games like from the start of the Switch to when Tears of the Kingdom came out. So it's like, to me, for me anyway, it's like, why? I already have them. But I know someone like you that you haven't played Tears of the Kingdom yet.
Yes, I see both sides.
Mm-hmm.
And I mostly side with your argument on this stuff. Like, man, I don't like ports and stuff like that. I mostly side with you.
Mhm.
But I don't mind spending $10-20 on an upgrade, and I don't find it greedy on a developer's part to ask for more. I don't find it greedy. If they're giving me something for it, I'll give them a tip.
Sounds good. And they also talked about Kirby Air Riders. I
forgot about that.
I've totally forgot about Kirby Air Ride because I remember playing Kirby Air. I rented Kirby Air Ride back when the GameCube, and I hated it.
Oh wow!
I couldn't stand it. It freaking sucked. I don't know. I only played it once, and then we returned it. It freaking sucked.
That's a lot coming from you, man.
Because
was Sakurai in charge for that game?
I'm pretty sure he is.
No, for the old one. Was Sakurai in charge for that one?
Likely. If it's Kirby, okay. Sakurai is not far behind.
Okay. Because I'm not even a Kirby fan. But seeing Air Riders, I said, dude, that looks pretty good.
I really hope this one's a lot better than the GameCube one. And speaking of GameCube, they want to put GameCube games on the Nintendo Online.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw that, I was like, of course they would put GameCube games on it. Of course they would. They announced it like a Wind Waker. I already got it. They announced it. They even said they was gonna put on Soul Calibur 2. That was number 8 on my the countdown. So I already got that. They said F-Zero GX. I already got it. So to me, this is like, you're not selling me on.
I know.
You're not selling me on things like this.
I know. We don't agree on it, but I respect your opinion.
I got no problem. I got no problem taking this out of the box, plugging it up on the TV, and playing the games out. I am not getting anything online. I have no problem hooking this stuff up.
I don't think there's many GameCube games that I want to play through their emulator.
Mm-hmm.
I play some 64 games through it, and it's not perfect. Like,
I told you this too.
Yeah, like which ones? F-Zero. The control stick is extremely sensitive, dude. You need to check it out. It's just a different, like, you want to turn left and you're very lightly turn left. You're going all the way left. It's weird. And same thing with Wave Race. Only Wave Race is a little bit more bearable, so I play that sometimes. I was trying to play F-Zero, but like I said, you're just flying all over the track.
On the N64?
The emulator.
The emulator Switch. That's why I keep telling you. I told people this too. Like, the emulators you're just getting, like you say, you're just getting an emulator. You're just getting a port. It's definitely different than.
I know, but I do want to try out their controller they made for it. Like, I think we got a controller that's like $40 now, and I want to get it, and I want to see if it makes it better, like to where you're not flying all over. Because if it's pretty solid, if it's pretty close to original, to me, it's worth playing like that. I agree. If you have the systems, play them on the original stuff.
Yep.
But for me, it's just a lot to hook up, and yeah, I know I'm not gonna convince you, but I would need a designated room TV. Man, that's for a lot, bro.
It shouldn't have. Systems like that shouldn't be too much to hook up to your TV in their living room, huh? Or that's a lot to move out of the way.
Well, I'm not ruling it out. If they have some kind of adapter where you can plug HDMI and then it comes out to composite or component, and you can plug that in.
That's true. Some TVs don't have the freaking components.
No.
Like what? Since what? I know I'm going off topic and everything else. Since what kind of world do we live in that TVs don't come with components on them?
We're in the future, dude.
This town needs an enema. And they're gonna have Street Fighter 6 on it. I already got it on the PS. I already got it on the PS5. It plays pretty good, but they say they're gonna be having some newer things, and they're gonna be having amiibos.
I didn't even see that.
They're gonna have amiibos for Street Fighter 6.
I didn't see that.
Like, wow, they really going in on this.
Yeah. And look, about the graphics, the nerds were talking about like the people that break down the power and like all that good stuff, what's under the hood, right? They were like, this thing's gonna be comparable a few weeks ago, like this thing's gonna be comparable to a PS4 Pro. I don't know what the specs are. I do know their first party games are gonna look killer.
Yeah.
But like you'll be able to tell with Street Fighter 6 and a few other games, like what is the comparison? Is it on par with a PS5 or a PS5 Pro? I don't know. But I know their first party games are gonna be solid.
Extremely great.
They're showing it right here, you know?
Oh, definitely. Especially just seeing the dock of it, what I was impressed with.
It includes a fan this time.
That's
which is great.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
I was
You
very
know it's gonna
impressed
get
with
hot, man.
Oh, definitely.
Running 60 frames locked. And that's another thing about the you said the age of imprisonment. I'm looking forward to this one because I wanted to play Calamity. I downloaded the demo, and it started to chug at times. Like it'll drop when there's a lot of stuff going on the stream.
Yeah.
And that's not a game breaker. It doesn't stop me from wanting to play it. But it would be way better if you locked at 60.
Yeah.
Like this one is. Like the imprisoment's going to be, and so that's what makes me want to play it.
Yeah. It'll definitely look like it's gonna definitely be a lot smoother, especially trying to manage all the enemies.
So if I play Tears of the Kingdom upgraded, and then I guess sometime around Christmas time the other game's coming out.
Likely.
That'll be cool to like play both, kind of back to back, where the story's kind of fresh on my mind. Yeah.
You definitely gotta play Tears of the Kingdom. If you liked it, Breath of the Wild, you're gonna like it.
I did.
It's definitely bigger, and the scope of it is huge, and they got the sky and they got underground.
Yeah. Caleb said, my youngest son, said, dude, if you like Tears of the Kingdom, you gotta play. If you like Breath of the Wild, you gotta play Tears of the Kingdom. It's like three maps in one. And I was like, Caleb, that's not a good selling point for me, man, because I thought Breath of the Wild was too big. But I really like Zelda, and I haven't played this one, and I'm gonna play it now.
There you do it now, and especially I'm not gonna tell you too much of it because there's a lot that I always wanted to tell you about this game that I couldn't really tell you because you got to see it.
Yeah.
You got to see what happens in this game. It was great. But definitely the Switch 2. It comes out June 5th, and pre-orders are going to be going up April 9th.
Yeah, I tried pre-ordering today, and I didn't see anything online, and then I heard this next Wednesday. So.
Yeah. So we're definitely going to be in line to go get the pre-orders.
Yeah, should we go to GameStop and?
Yeah, I think so. Because they just sent me an email like not long ago saying like this is not a drill. Pre-orders go live April 9th.
GameStop did that?
GameStop.
Oh, okay.
So you and me.
I have to check my junk mail. They might have sent me something too. But I'm going pre-order.
Definitely. We're definitely gonna do a live midnight release.
Yeah. Think they'll do that?
I hope so.
It's been like over 10 years since I went and do a midnight release. So I don't even know if they do it anymore.
I hope so. They can't be like completely eliminating a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
But definitely the Switch 2. Welcome to the next generation, kids. Buckle up. We're in for a wild ride.
Yeah.
We're in for the long haul for this one.
Hey, but let me ask you though, being critical and stuff, like what did you think was like, nah, that's nothing.
A lot of like the regular stuff that I was that I vent to you about, like the remakes, remasters, and ports. That's about it.
What do you think about their tech demo? Like showing you the inside of the system and everything like that.
I thought it looked pretty cool.
I did too. It reminded me of like Astrobot. Not Astrobot. Which one came with the PS5? Astro Worlds. I don't know what it was.
Yes, it was Astro's Playroom.
There you go, Playroom, where they like showing you all PlayStation's history and how the insides work and everything. I thought that was really cool. And Nintendo's doing something kind of similar, where they're showing you the system and you're moving around a little character. I like that kind of stuff.
It looked pretty cool. But what got me laughing was that game chat.
Why?
Can you imagine someone like Big D up in there like, yeah, motherfucker, yeah, in your face?
See, then I would like it. But I saw it and I was bored out of my mind. I'm like, I don't know if any of my friends would bother with this. And even my kids, I don't know if my kids would mess with this, you know?
And those actors were so fake.
Yeah.
It was so fake. Yeah. If I upload the whole
I had to look away from my camera like, nah, I'm not watching this.
I'm not. You'll be laughing your head off at that stuff that I was thinking like, they have no idea what they just started. Some
of the stuff was cool ideas like, hey, if you have 4 friends and y'all all like, we all grew up with like Super Mario World. Mm-hmm. Oh man, you know, you can see your mug in a bubble, and like you're on the screen, and y'all taking turns making your way through the world. It sounds kind of cool, but I don't know if anybody's gonna do it, man.
I see myself on YouTube all the time. What makes you think I want to see myself on a bubble on Super Mario World? Yeah. Oh man, it's like they have a lot of great ideas, but with the game chat, I don't think they really. But I will give it to them that they thought of the parental controls. Yeah. I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah. From a fan's standpoint, it was really cool. There's a lot of stuff to look forward to. Mm-hmm. From the company standpoint, this is like really smart. Yeah. You know, they're in a solid position, and I think Switch 2 is a goofy name, but it's a safe name. It's
would you say
what the public knows?
Would you say PlayStation 2 is a goofy name?
No. And I don't know. It's just like it works for them. Mm-hmm. At that time, PlayStation 2 wasn't a goofy name, but maybe I was just a kid and I didn't know any better. Mm-hmm. But then once they made 2, then 3, 4, now it just makes sense, right?
It makes a lot of sense. But
Nintendo's never doing it, and usually putting something kind of clever in the name, like switching it up, like Super Nintendo and then Nintendo 64, it's 64 bits. And GameCube looks like Cube.
And the Wii. And
Switch was cool name. I always thought the Switch was a cool name, but then like, what about like a Mega Switch, a Super Switch? I don't know, something.
I thought they would have called it like maybe like Nintendo Fusion, like a Fusion or something.
I like it.
Sounds like better than Switch 2, but
yeah.
But that's definitely like when I first switched to it, I was like, I already know that these freaking idiots online are like, we nailed it, man, we nailed it. Shut the fuck up. I'll be damned if all the other stuff y'all said was true.
Yeah. Well, dude, if that's how you make your living, or even if it's just a side job, an online personality, mm-hmm. you're bound to be right about a few things if all you do is talk online.
Yeah. A lot of these people,
like, hey, I guess the price was $450. I mean,
and
cool.
I'll save up my money for the next 2.5 months.
It's actually high, compared to what I thought, but
they didn't say it. They didn't say the price.
Oh, I thought I saw that it's $450, and then if you want the Mario Kart, it's $50 extra. Like digital.
I'm gonna have to look that up. That's all good. I'm probably gonna get a physical. The Mario.
Yeah, me too.
I
like collecting for Nintendo.
I like how the carts are now red.
Yeah. We don't know what the cases look like, but the cartridges are red instead of black. And then it's coming with 250 gigs internal memory. And then if you want to upgrade SD card, it's not normal SD. It's high speed SD. And so they're bragging on everything booting up faster, running faster.
Mm-hmm. It's solid. But I got a feeling like they say 250 gigs. Yeah, that sounds like a lot comparatively speaking to how the original Switch was. But the PlayStation 5 has like 600 gigabytes, mm-hmm. and I'm already like 3/4 used of it. Mm-hmm. And I only got like 7 games.
So when I think about Nintendo, I always think first party. That's why I'm buying it. Mm-hmm. And so their games are going to be like, for huge, like AAA games, they're AAA games. Mm-hmm. They're like 30 gigs. Mm-hmm. The stuff you're getting on PS5 is like 109 gigs. I mean, it's
A lot
of
games,
space.
Yeah, they get a lot. There's a lot of space on the games and everything, but you got the PlayStation 5. This comes with like 600 gigabytes. Yeah, that sounds like an awesome idea. But if you look at the games on there, a lot of them say like 90 gigabytes, 80 gigabytes, and then by the time you get the updates and everything and having to download a lot of stuff and everything, there's 100 and something. So it's like you can only play like maybe 5 or 6 games on it on the mother.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying when I think about Nintendo, I don't think Cyberpunk. So it's cool that they're getting these other developers to make for their system, and I'm sure some fans will buy stuff for the third-party games for the system. But that's not what I think about when I want to buy a Nintendo. Something for Nintendo. I want first, second party.
Yeah, first, second.
Because something like Cyberpunk, dude, that's a game. Again, that's a lot of space.
That came out like 5 years ago,
and I bet that's 90 to 110 gigs.
Absolutely.
You know.
Like, I ain't getting no Cyberpunk. I don't even like Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Like Cyberpunk aesthetics and everything. I'm over that stuff. But there was a couple other games I'm gonna have to rewatch that looked really good that I'm definitely gonna get. Other ones just look like this poor indie crap and everything with neon, magenta, and turquoise.
Yeah, they showed Hollow Knight Silk Song. That game's been in development for a long time. I like the first Hollow Knight. Silk Song's gonna be pretty good. You ever played any of that?
I haven't.
That looks pretty good. But look, back to Donkey Kong. I like how he's smashing through everything, and it's a 3D, and it's running smooth. And whenever he's like punching and throwing rocks and stuff, that like the camera's shaking to really emphasize how heavy this guy is and how hard he hits. And you know what's awesome too? You'll be running around and everything, and the camera will turn to the side, and now you're side scrolling. It's gonna be good.
That's gonna be a good one. When it said Bonanza, I couldn't help but think of the old TV show Bonanza.
Oh, I didn't know that. What team do you think made that? You think it's Retro?
That looks like it was the same people that did like the Mario 3D World and Kirby's and the Forgotten Land. Yeah. Just looking at the scope and the graphics and the aesthetics of it, that's exactly what I thought of.
Yeah, and I wonder who's going to do the music, because David Wise doing 1, 2, and then Tropical Freeze. You notice, like if you pay attention to music and games, you'll notice that he was involved in those. And I wonder if they got him for this.
I'm not sure. I'm definitely up to
If they didn't, then hopefully they took the music pretty serious. They did like in Mario Kart 8. They got some good Japanese musicians and stuff to do their music.
The music on Mario Kart World sounds really good.
I didn't notice.
It sounds like an open road type music.
Oh, okay.
So it's definitely a change of pace from what we've been hearing for the last 11 years with Mario Kart. 11 freaking years this game.
Dude, and that's the thing. This new Donkey Kong Bonanza. Tropical Freeze has been out a long time.
Yeah. And it's
still a good game. Like I played it the other night. But that lets you know like they've been working on this like a long time. So that's why it's complete and they're able to release it in a few months. Because it's been complete for a little while now. They've just been refining it. If I had to guess,
Yeah, but all the HD remasters and everything, like they could have put Donkey Kong out by then. Because like you said, I even told you too, like Donkey Kong Country for Tropical Freeze came out 2014 and we're already in 2015. That was 11 years ago.
Yeah.
And people were still playing these games.
Yeah.
Like where's the brand new ideas?
And that's why this Direct was so good.
Yeah. Because it took them so long to do it.
Yeah. Well, I agree with what you said. You know, it took a long time. That's what makes this so cool, is that they are having new games. You know,
and about time too.
Yeah.
What do you think? What games are you expecting that they were going to be coming out with in the next year or so? Definitely a new Mario. Definitely a brand new Zelda.
Cool, but do you know what they look like?
Nope.
Me either. It's like what would Mario? You had Wonder 2D, you had Odyssey 3D. Both of them were pretty good. What is it going to be next time? I don't know.
I'm excited and scared all at once.
And I think that Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, it was a really cool style. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should change it up.
Yeah.
I don't think you continue with the same style and everything like that, just in a different world and a different story. I think you change the look up. I think you change everything. Mm-hmm. And I'll say the same thing about Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Smash Brothers Ultimate is awesome. And you're talking about things being around for a long time. What year that came out?
Late 2018.
Oh, okay. Well, what about Smash Brothers Wii U?
Smash Brothers Wii U?
Yeah.
2014.
Okay. So my brain automatically thinks around 14 because it was just a revised version.
Not technically revised. They had like a similar graphic style, but everything was completely different.
Oh, okay.
Everything was completely different.
Okay.
Like it wasn't a straight up port of the Wii U version.
I didn't think it was a port, but I did think that they the characters kind of moved and felt similar.
It did, but it was way different.
And so for a Smash Brothers, I say less characters.
Yeah.
And a different art style. If you want to do more like coloring, like hand drawn instead of a 3D model, like a computer model, cool. Yeah, I'm open for something kind of off the wall.
I'm not expecting like a whole lot of third-party characters like they did in Ultimate because that was a lot.
I know.
But if they come out with a port of Ultimate on the Switch 2, I will be freaking pissed.
Smash Brothers Ultimate 2.
Smash Brothers Ultimate 2. If it's just a port, I'll be pissed. But if it's something brand new, I'll probably be excited.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of ports. I'm not a fan of remakes and remasters. I can't.
But yeah, with Donkey Kong, Mario Kart, and Metroid, that's some heavy hitters right out the gate.
This is definitely exciting. Definitely. With these games, especially with Age of Imprisonment, that's going to be a tongue twister right there. Because Age of Calamity, that rolls off the tongue. Age of Imprisonment, I'm saying that 5 times fast. My goodness.
And that game looks like really heavy on the Zonai.
Yeah. The Zonai, you'll be seeing that a lot in Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay.
You'll be seeing that a lot because you need those to like build those little vehicles and little contraptions that you can come up with.
That's another thing that turned me off of playing it originally was like building this stuff. And yeah, I know you got freedom, but I don't really want all that freedom. I want a linear kind of adventure, and this was like pretty open and you can build whatever. But I heard that you can auto build.
Yeah, you can
auto build. So I'll be using that a lot.
You're gonna need a lot of like Zonite and everything, but
yeah.
But in that game, you don't have to build something unless you have to. Like you don't have to build it unless you need to.
Like to solve a puzzle?
Solve a puzzle. Definitely to solve a puzzle, but like it's
that's gonna be the only time I do. Hey, let's stick this to this. Yeah, I'm only doing that if I have to cross this gap,
Yeah, you don't have to like completely do it. Like that's only like maybe like 10% of the game is building stuff.
Gotcha.
But they do come in handy with traveling because the game's fast.
Gotcha.
Especially underground. But if you ever need help with that game, just call me up. I will definitely guide you to it because that game is huge.
I'm gonna get a Pro Controller.
I would. The Pro Controllers look nice.
I'm gonna try out the mouse too, like for like Metroid. I'll use the left Joy-Con and I'll try to control aiming with the mouse and see how it feels. If I don't like it too much, I'll just switch to the Pro Controller.
Definitely, the Pro Controller is gonna be a way to go. I'm probably gonna be playing a lot more on the TV. But if it looks like it would be cool this time with the handheld. Because they said that the handheld and the screen is a lot bigger and a lot better than the Switch.
I believe it.
But I'm not playing the Joy-Con sideways. That hurts my hands.
Yeah, me either.
That hurts my hands. Baby.
They said the thumbsticks are bigger, but I wonder like what the stick is like, underneath. I didn't get a good look at that. Hopefully it feels more like heavy duty
Mm-hmm.
for it to last. And dude, that wheelchair game, I wanted to say something about that. It's wheelchair basketball, basically.
Dragon, I forgot.
I don't know,
what it's called,
but you're basically you're taking the Joy-Cons and you're doing like this, like you're in a wheelchair, right?
I'm like,
and you're slamming the basketball.
I'm like, I don't know how to feel about this right now.
Okay, I thought it's a really, really cool idea, and I bet like you're gonna feel some kind of vibration as you're doing the wheelchair, but it's not gonna work. That's the sad part, because on one hand it could be a hidden gem like Rocket League. I don't think people
that's
thought.
Exactly what I thought of.
Yeah, I don't think people could have predicted Rocket League to be this amazing game. When it came out, it was pretty cool.
It was cool.
It kind of the enthusiasm for it dies, and then it just resurges.
It was just like Rocket League. I put Rocket League and Overwatch in the same category. They started off good, then they died down, then something happens, gets the excitement back, and dies down again. It's like very much a roller coaster, and I don't hear anything.
But Rocket League, that's a game that has been solid from the beginning. It's just, people's interest kind of dies or it grows.
Mm-hmm.
This wheelchair basketball game could be like that, but it's not.
No.
And only because it's going to rely online a lot, because people won't have multiple systems in their house. They won't have multiple sets of Joy-Cons because they're going to be like $70 or $80 a set.
Yeah.
No house is going to buy like 4 sets so your family can sit there and
do all
do the do the wheelchair basketball.
No. That's a joke. It was a joke.
That makes me sad, man, because that looks really cool. Like the video shows people in wheelchairs going up and doing 360s and slamming.
This is so wrong on so many levels. But
it looks awesome though.
It looks
it's a cool idea. Dunking on people, dude. And doing backflips and slam dunking in a wheelchair, dude.
That is nuts.
I was laughing when I saw like, what? And I was thinking, I really want to play this bad, but I don't think many people will. We'll see.
We'll definitely see.
I might be playing that online.
Gonna be having Big D, or people like Big D up in your face.
Yeah,
don't
dude.
you in your face.
What's awesome too is like they got victory poses, so you'll see them in it and they're going.
Oh yeah, I can about imagine what kind of victory poses they're gonna be having.
Oh,
so bad.
But so good. Is that it? I don't know what else they got.
That's pretty much what I thought of. Everything else was just here today, gone tomorrow type of stuff.
A 007.
Yeah, they're gonna be doing a 007 game. The people that did that's doing the Hitman games, they're gonna be doing a 007.
I haven't played a Hitman game in a long time.
Me too.
15 years plus.
Long freaking time, but they said they're gonna make a 007 game. They didn't show too much of it. They just showed like the gun and 007 and the music. So don't know what it's gonna look like, what it's gonna be called, but hopefully it's gonna be good.
I don't have confidence in that From Software company.
No.
Teaming up with Nintendo. Nintendo is saying, "Oh, this game is exclusive to us." I say temporarily. It's going to be exclusive to Nintendo, maybe 6 months max, and it's going to go to other systems. It's for me. It's not a seller. It's not a seller for me.
No. Anything like when people say like it's gonna be exclusive and everything, but then like a month later or so it's on other systems, like what the fudge, man.
Yeah. Like you know which games are going to be exclusive.
Yes.
Yeah, you're not going to see Donkey Kong, at least not just this generation, on a Microsoft system. It's not
unless it was like jailbroken or something.
Right.
But definitely like that's one thing about what brings my pistol boil is like exclusivities. How people want to say like I can play this game. Why can't I play on that game on this system or play it? Dude. Especially when it comes to this is what I like about Nintendo if it's exclusive. You want to play a Nintendo system, you want to play a Nintendo game, buy a Nintendo system. Mm-hmm. That's not that hard. Like it's gonna cost a few bucks, but hey, you're getting a quality product.
I agree.
But everybody that wants especially back in like the Wii U days, everybody wanted like Nintendo to go third party and everything. Like, dude, people shut up.
This is really cool to talk about because if Nintendo were falling off, I would be sad, but I would admit it. I'd say, man, they're not what they used to be. But they're not falling off.
Nope.
They're still really good.
Xbox fell off. Now they want to try to get
still rocking and rolling.
They still want to try to get an Xbox game on the Switch too, because freaking people like Phil Spencer have been leading everybody down the Primrose path.
Yeah, Microsoft's strategy is let's be on every device. That's a weird strategy.
Big mistake.
Like I don't want to play Halo on my phone.
No, I don't. It's meant to be played on the console, on the TV.
Yeah. So make a really good console and make it fun for us to do it, and we'll give you money. They're like, nah. we want to make stuff on other devices. Okay.
Okay. Well,
suffer.
Tell Sega we said hey.
Womp womp womp. Tell Sega we said hey. Dang, dude, that's cold blooded.
It's that. Am I lying?
No. Nope. We're not lying.
We gotta wrap this up.
All right.
And final thoughts. Switch 2.
Solid.
Great. Solid.
I expected a 7 out of 10 presentation. I got a 9 out of 10 on it. Yeah, the only reason why I wasn't perfect is because I don't really care about third party.
I was expecting lower than that. I got like you said, I got maybe like an 8 out of 10. Great games and everything, but a lot of not just third party, but like just the remakes, remasters, and a lot of the games that just look unappealing. And they didn't show a Mario game, but I'm fine with that. Not yet. It will come.
Yeah, they didn't show a Mario game, but it is pretty solid Mario Kart, which I know surprised you. Really solid DK, which I know surprised you.
Yeah.
This is gonna smoke Donkey Kong 64, dude.
Oh yeah.
It's not.
Dude.
You saw how he moves around? It's not even gonna be close.
No. Donkey Kong 64 and the Donkey Kong Country were all great for their time, but it's time for something new.
And this is like,
it's brand spanking new.
Yeah, I didn't expect this. Really cool.
Bonanza. All right, we're gonna wrap this up. This is Dwreck and Max signing up. See you on the flip side. Tell Sega we said hey.
Tell Sega we said hey. Dang.